Harry stands alone. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Harry's wife uses people. That's what narcissists do. People are simply appliances to us that are there to be controlled, to have the fuel sucked from them, to be used for the acquisition of character traits and a host of residual benefits. Your television sets, washing machines, toasters, they're simply to do what we require, and if you don't, then we'll throw you to the side and get a better model. This behaviour has been seen repeatedly with Harry's wife. She is disengaged from her father and her two half-siblings, disengaged from Trevor Engelson, Corey the chef, various friends also. As I've explained to you, it's comparatively unusual for a narcissist to disengage from secondary sources, family and friends. Harry's wife has done so because she's moved through the various strata, not something that all narcissists do. She provides no meaningful support to anybody. She may give the impression of support where it suits her, gazing with those doe eyes at her husband because it's part of the facade in front of everybody else, whispering those words of comfort and succour, which are just a manifestation of false compassion, all commensurate with her status as a mid-range narcissist. Only one person matters in the world of Harry's wife, and that is her. Everybody, repeat, everybody else is dispensable, and that includes Harry. Harry has found himself increasingly isolated as he moves through his sustained devaluation, disengagement beckoning him. Furthermore, he finds himself subjected to being hung out to dry, as I mentioned earlier this year. And now the Royal Observer provides us with a useful run-through of the evidence that demonstrates how Harry very much stands alone and how this is commensurate with his status of the intimate partner primary source of a narcissist who is in devaluation. Charles Switzer writes, Harry's wife has reportedly abandoned Prince Harry as the Duke must now walk it alone. Notably, the Duchess did not fly back with Harry in June, when he became the first member of the royal family to take to the witness box in 130 years in his phone hacking case against the Mirror Group newspapers, royal expert Daniela Elsa wrote about when the duo started to appear less in public together. It was clearly a huge emotional and personal undertaking for the Duke, Daniela added, because at that 8-hour witness statement he was described as having a cracked voice. Yet where was his supposed loving wife? Nowhere to be found. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have only appeared at a handful of official and less formal public engagements and outings throughout 2023. After the pair's near-catastrophic car chase in Manhattan on May 16th, the two were not spotted together again until Harry's wife's birthday in early August. This has led to widespread speculation about the true state of the Sussex marriage. However, the Duchess not showing up to provide support to her spouse during intense court hearings was a telling detail for many analysts. What is surprising is that given the couple's trenchant, unwavering support for one another over the years, when it came to these court outings, the Sussexes did not turn up sweetly welded onto one another, Daniela continued. Well, they didn't turn up welded onto one another because the trenchant, unwavering support that had been shown previously was a one-way street. Harry meant it because he does have emotional empathy for and love his wife. Harry's wife thought she meant it, but she was just compelled by her narcissism to show support towards Harry because it suited her to do so, in order to control him during the golden period and to present a facade to the outside world of, see how in love we are. Once it became apparent that she need not do this any longer, she hasn't, thus demonstrating that the support that she supposedly gave at the beginning was false. Of course, a commentator such as Daniela Elsa doesn't realise this because she isn't an expert about narcissism. She simply finds it surprising, as many other people would, that one minute they're all over one another and the next they're not. You aren't surprised by that as followers of my work. Harry's wife also failed to accompany the Duke to his father King Charles III's historic coronation at Westminster Abbey on May the 6th. The royal rebels turned down royal invitations left and right ever since that major snub to the institution that arguably made the former actress a household name. This, of course, is another example of her failing to provide him with support. This has naturally led to divorce rumours, with reports suggesting that Harry rents a bungalow in West Hollywood just to escape the turmoil he experiences at their Monty Shitshow mansion. Indeed, it would not be a surprise to find that Harry is seeking out a retreat to protect himself from the continued machinations of his wife during the sustained devaluation. Whilst others play down this suggestion, maintaining that their marriage is fine, the fact is Harry will be disappointed by the fact that he doesn't receive this support that he thought he could once rely upon. Whilst he will undoubtedly be relieved to be away from her and the temper tantrums that she exhibits and the cold shoulders, etc., he will still feel somewhat lost, because in the beginning she will have been all over him like a rash, not only giving him lashings of spicy poontang as she drew him in, but making him feel loved, making him believe that he was supported and understood, making them believe that he was a kindred spirit with her. That, perhaps for the first time in his life, will have made him feel truly wanted. This is what narcissists do. She will have picked up on his vulnerabilities, the fact that he's a spare, the loss of his mother, and used it against him. It wouldn't have appeared to have been like that at first. She would have made it seem like she cared. But now, given that he's in devaluation and he really doesn't matter, she's not going to bother herself travelling across the world to come to a hostile country in order to support him both in court or at the coronation. That just demonstrates how fickle she is. She'd have told him, "I'll support you anywhere, Harry." But it is, of course, as always, with the narcissist conditional asterisks, meaning that no matter what the narcissist says or does, the narcissist is not obligated to actually see it through if the narcissist determines that that is not required. Harry stands alone. He might not fully realise that that's the case, because he will be given respite periods, and that will cause him to think that all is well and perhaps things can be rescued. But it is actually a very lonely existence that he now has. Not only will there be times when they will be together, but he'll feel lonely because she's ignoring him, belittling him, invalidating him. There will be occasions when she fails to come with him, fails to support him, hangs him out to dry, because all that matters to her, subconsciously, is the pursuit of the prime aims. And now, because he is deemed to have failed her, hence he's in sustained devaluation, it really doesn't matter that she supports him to the extent that she once purportedly did. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.